Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. We want to welcome you back to Audio Trafficker. Y'all make some noise for being here tonight. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Hit subscribe.
Follow us on all social media platforms.
That would be
Facebook, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
Audio Trafficker. Audio Trafficker. Audio Trafficker.
Audio Trafficker.
At Audio Trafficker. Check us out on We Up On It Radio and at Twitter. On Twitter at Pusher
Of Audio.
And that is, once again, Twitter at Pusher
Of Audio.
How y'all doing tonight, man? How y'all doing, man?
How
It's
are
good to
you?
see everyone.
It's a rainy Sunday night.
Welcome.
I just want to let the traffickers know that this right here, as you can see,
Was totally planned.
was totally not planned.
That's what happens when you're BFFs.
Oh no.
What y'all do? Say, wow, you're tall. You're tall. Let's be friends.
No.
We should be
No,
friends.
you know what's crazy? I remember for a long time. I just said F it. Like, we would have a show, right? And I'll show up at Boone's crib, or he'll show up at my spot, and we'd be like, the fuck, yo? Was you looking at what I was wearing? We'd be fucking coordinated. If he had on camo, I would have on camo. If he had on black, I would have on black.
Or if I had on black, he have on white.
If
I had on red, he have on blue. It's
bugged out like
my
that.
best friend. That's my best friend.
Well, just a
Go
big
best
shout to
friend.
all
And
the.
it's still happening.
It's still happening. Big shots to all the big and tall clothiers. They probably just only make a few colors in big sizes. All right, so kudos
what's
to
going
that.
on in the world, y'all?
Kudos.
What's happening in the world? What we talking about today?
China
What we talking about?
doesn't like hip hop.
China bans hip hop culture.
Or black
China
people.
bans hip hop.
Okay, so help me understand. So China has banned the whole culture.
China has banned all hip hop culture and actors with tattoos from appearing on TV.
Okay,
You will not see any hip hop in any of their media.
so as I'm saying on this card, it said the country's top media regulator, the State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and TV of the People's Republic of China requires specifically that programs should not feature actors with tattoos or depict hip-hop culture,
Wow.
subculture, non-mainstream culture, and dispirited culture. So is it Trump's China? No.
Well, it's crazy, you know. U.S. hip hop just became the #1 genre, but we're not welcome anywhere else.
It's crazy how everything's changing, man. It says here are the don't rules. Absolutely do not use actors whose heart and morality are not aligned with the party and whose morality is not noble, whatever that means. Absolutely do not use actors who are tasteless, vulgar, and obscene. Absolutely do not use actors whose ideological, I see you, level is low and have no class, which is crazy. Absolutely do not use actors with stained scandals, problematic, and moral integrity.
So what's my dude we talked about last week? Kodak Black would never be welcome in China.
So this is the
Never.
same place where the kids go to school all year, right?
Right.
How many? What you got? 7-day work weeks? Some shit. You got like 6 or 7 day work weeks.
Right.
Don't
So-
they throw away little girl babies?
See, hold on.
I think they do.
I don't.
They throw away little girl babies.
So look, before I'm not trying to get no missiles sent at us. So before they send any missiles over here,
That's Korea.
let's look at the understanding.
That's Korea.
Because we was just, look, they all got missiles.
They all got missiles.
So look,
Trump
we
said
was
he
just
got
talking
the
about-
biggest one.
he did. We was just
Pause.
talking about hip hop being the #1 genre in America, and over here, essentially, what you seeing here is China is associating the culture of hip hop with being immoral. And if you think about this,
It being negative.
in hand with how in America their attempts to what they want represented in hip hop, how that goes mainstream is all the negative stuff. That's why you see
Love
most
and
of that stuff
hip-hop.
on the radio. So the idea of, this immoral culture that we have that's made it the #1 genre in America is the same thing that's getting it banned. And the thing is, it's not even that. It's just what the corporations want to promote of the culture. When you have a whole subculture, like, you know what I'm saying, we was talking about the raps and the codes
Yeah,
and
true
all
that.
this conscious music
that.
out here that is don't represent these things, but they're not associated with the culture all of a sudden.
Well, one thing that I got 2 points. One thing that's probably not going to be impacting it is the Chinese-made vehicles, because I know that these particular car manufacturers will still be using hip hop to promote their brands.
All day.
I'm not really familiar of which brands are Chinese. I mean, they all sound that way, but I don't know if Toyota, Nissan, or Hyundai are specifically coming from China. But one other thing is, I don't feel that probably China does have a First Amendment where there is a freedom of speech. So they probably have the ability, well, as you can see here, they have the ability to shut it all the way down.
Shut it all the way down.
Shut it all the way
I don't
down.
think they have Twitter. Do they have Twitter?
I don't know. But look, I want the traffickers
They
to
have
know.
a censored version of.
I want the traffickers to chime in and talk about, so how do you feel about China banning hip hop? And all my brethren that travel overseas and do shows overseas, how is that impacting you? Have you did shows in China? Have you ever been booked in China? I want to hear. I want to hear what the response was, how it went, things of that nature. But
So I wonder with a lot of the hip hop gurus like Puffy, Jay-Z, you know, a lot of stuff is made in China. So
everything
yeah.
is
So
made.
are they manufacturing hip hop stuff?
Good question.
Are we paying them to manufacture hip hop stuff?
Probably are. And I know this is not going to impact me from going to get a shrimp lo mein.
You're not gonna boycott
No,
China?
I'm not boycotting the Chinese restaurant.
Kimmy,
I wasn't planning on going to China anytime soon.
I
know the homie
videos
Ty Brew.
today.
I know the homie Ty Brew spent some time in China. So, you know, I would love to hear what his feedback was on his experience of being out there in China.
Kimmy, tell me about these 2 rappers that's supposed to be in China. Is that what this says?
So there were 2 mainstream rappers, PG1 and GIA.
Mm-hmm.
They were both featured on a popular show in China called Rap of China. And they have actually...
The name of the show is
Rap
of China.
Of China.
Right.
So they have been
Where I want to get my
sanctioned.
hip hop from, B.
China.
Rap of China
And wouldn't that be
specifically.
something if next they start manufacturing hip hop?
That's like if we sold something here called Wax of America.
Yo, I'm a ballot, but that was a fucked up statement. Walks of America. WOKS.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's up with these rappers, man?
Well, they've been sanctioned for their content because it runs counter to.
I wish we had some of their music.
The Communist Party
another
values.
part, yes.
All right, there it is.
So PG1 was forced to make a public apology for his lewd lyrics for a song titled Christmas Eve. And GAI was dropped from a television show called The Singer. Imagine that.
With no reason.
No reason
Wow.
given.
That's crazy.
China has also banned a couple of our artists from performing over there. I know Lady Gaga was one, Justin Bieber, and some others.
People who absolutely do not represent the hip hop culture, ironically.
So it looks like you got some connections to the NC.
So bringing it back to North Carolina, apparently China is not the only one that have issues with hip hop, because here in North Carolina, in Asheville, there is a promoter there by the name of, they call him the Party Man. Is that correct? Named Duke Finley.
All right.
And he has been trying to book venues for hip hop shows and has been unsuccessful because the venue owners don't like hip hop for the same reason that China doesn't like hip hop.
This is, and this is strange because, during the time me and Boone's were spitting in this NC hip hop wave, we've seen a plethora of shows. We've actually performed in Asheville.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. And so it's odd, but also I see the wave of the artists that I do see the shows that are in Asheville, and big shots to all the big shots to, I know C. Shreve, FTO, all of those cats. do a lot of shows, and they do dope music. They don't look like us though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's the thing. So I don't think it's a hip hop thing.
You think it's a color thing?
I don't know. I can't say what it is because them dudes be popping. They be doing a lot of shows. They bring artists. I know it all the time. The Orange Pill is bringing a lot of national acts out today. I know OC. They performed the Asheville a few times. I know the homie, who the cat that brought us out to Asheville. That was a dope experience. But that won't even hip hop. And then big shots to Zero God, the cat that we met that night. So it's a lot of hip hop in Asheville. So this is strange seeing this.
So Duke Finley is a African American. Do you think someone like Eddie Ruger would have a problem getting the show booked in Asheville?
I don't know. It depends if the race situation is involved, and I think that's always a valid question. I don't think you can be, you know what I'm saying, present in 2018 and not be conscious of some of the doors that are open and closed for whatever reason. Because it's not just race. Sometimes it's money. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's classism. Sometimes it's who you know. So, you know, there are doors that open and close for reasons of color as well. And I don't think that, you know, the show and hip hop, you know, industry is going to be exclusive, you know what I'm saying, or excluded from that. So I definitely think it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Do I know that's what it is?
Correct.
No. But is it a possibility? Hell yeah.
Because I don't know this guy. This guy could be whack as a bitch.
No, he's from the article that I read, he's pretty familiar in that area with throwing local parties.
Hey,
that's what I said.
Hey, man, hit us up.
Man that we need to get in touch with. What's my man name again?
Party Man.
His name
Party
is
Man,
Duke
we gonna
Finley,
holler at
a.k.a.
you
Party Man.
If you booking.
Book Il Paul.
Yeah.
So I guess next thing we're going to be talking about is Dakwai. Not Daiquiri, Dakwai. Y'all remember Monique when she did that? When she got, oh, my bad. Okay.
Like, what?
Nah, I remember one of her jokes. She was like, you know, when she started making money, she took a man out, you know,
Which
for
one?
dinner. Whoever her man was at the time,
okay.
and he couldn't read that well. And when he was reading the menu, he was like, "Yo, let me get a strawberry daiquiri." So he couldn't really say daiquiri, but you know, big shots to Monique, big shots to B More.
Monique can pick 'em, boy. We watched a video of her and her husband, and the whole time my husband kept saying, "Are they drunk? Are they high?"
Monique. So Monique is boycotting.
No, she's not boycotting.
Oh.
She wants you to boycott. She ain't said shit about her boycotting.
So Monique wants you,
She
traffickers,
wants you to boycott.
to boycott Netflix.
She loves us.
All right, before I get into this though, I'm gonna
But
tell
you
you.
did not watch the new Chappelle special?
Nah, but hold on, yeah,
How
but
can you not watch that?
this is the thing. I'm at a point in
new
my
Godzilla?
life, and I know some
Insecure?
of you guys have been on this for a long time.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Damn, my
I know
bad.
y'all guys been on this a long time, but
Orange is the new black.
There you go. We'll take that. I'm sorry.
I'm
what
sorry,
was you
go
saying, bro? I'm sorry.
We're not trying to overtalk.
I know you guys have been on this for a very long time, non-cable. I haven't been able to not
Oh, we cut
go
that bitch
without
off.
a dish, a direct TV, a Spectrum, Time Warner, whatever. But I'm at that point in my life where I realize there are a lot of things out there that will help keep me entertained outside of cable.
Right.
I can get Netflix. I can get a digital antenna.
Yep.
I can get Sling TV for $20 a month.
Right.
But
Sling
one of the key
TV.
things that's driving me to want to be able to leave cable is Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So Monique calls for a boycott.
I'm gonna tell you why I would boycott Netflix, and it's not for Monique. It's because when I first got down with Netflix, it was $7.99.
That is true.
When I first got down,
Now it's $12.
that was early, right? It was $7.99. Now,
$9.99. What, multiple
No,
TV?
keep going.
No.
Multiple.
ain't no multiple TV situation. It's just because they like, yo, now we got y'all. So now they last bill was $14. It was supposed to be $13.99, but it was like, I think I talked about this on another episode. It was like $14.34.
So is it time-
if I'm a boycott
Damn.
Netflix,
Netflix is that high?
yeah, they double for almost $15.
I don't think
So if
mine
I'm a
was
boycott
that high.
Netflix, it's not gonna be for Monique. It's gonna be because one, I don't like paying for certain things that I feel like should be free to the people.
You sound like a cheap bitch ass bitch. That's what you sound like. You sound like a cheap bitch ass bitch.
me, man.
Yo.
I got in early.
Yeah, I
If
know.
I'm supposed to be grandfathered in. My bill is
no,
double.
No.
And I can get all your
No,
shit for
no,
free.
no,
Anyway.
no.
So I'm giving you.
He mad paying $14.
He is mad.
Giving you this, and I ain't
Ain't no
even got
punchline to
to.
that.
My
That
damn-
nigga mad.
my damn
go
dish
rap.
bill
I can take
$120
the other
damn.
way. I can go the other way.
Oh, our shit
You know how
got
we
to be
do.
like
JB.
$200.
Jay, from that $15, you gotta cut it. You said your cable bill $120?
Yes. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, I'm done. So
I'm sorry, but back to Monique.
So Monique
I got off track.
So
I'm
Monique
sorry.
is calling for a boycott of what is costing Boone's $14 a month for racial bias and gender bias. Is Netflix only charging? Are they charging your same neighbor that may look different?
No.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's a good question.
Oh,
I
no.
think it's time. I think she might be right, yo.
No, they allegedly
She got a point right
look.
now.
They
I'm starting to
allegedly
feel like
only
I'm-
offered her 500,000 stacks.
So they lowballing her, but raising our bills up. So you got to look at everything that's happening right now. And I'm starting to sit here and see this.
Well, I
Plus
think
they got to pay Dave Chappelle.
but this is the thing, though.
Amy Schumer's and the Dave Chappelle.
But this
with
is the
Chris
thing,
Rock's
though.
world.
Now, in this day and age, I noticed probably when you first got Netflix, their original program wasn't as stacked.
That's very true. They are investing money in original
So they-
content because Netflix
And I
is
think at
killing
that time, you could even rent a movie.
Despite
They'll
the
mail
reviews
you
of
a
Bright,
CD.
huh?
I think at that time they would even mail you a disc.
Right. All that.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't even getting down with
Yeah.
that. I was
Yeah.
all once I just like I saw it on the PlayStation. I was like, oh, you can get this on the PlayStation. I was like, babe, we gotta get this. We gotta get it on the
So
PlayStation.
I read something that
But the original content shit makes sense. You gotta pay for
I
that.
read something that whoever is running Netflix, they reached out when they first in their early beginnings. They reached out to Blockbuster for them to join in
And they missed the bus.
and to get this popping.
They missed the
Man.
bus.
Now, as you can see, you know, I think you'll see more telephone booths than you'll see a Blockbuster.
I still got Blockbuster movies. I never took them back.
They-
It don't matter now.
It's on your
Here's
credit.
the thing
It ain't
that I
on your
want to
credit.
talk about.
True that.
As long as they ain't on your credit. As long as they don't on your credit.
Here's what I want to talk about, specific to Monique, and I know we got to move on. From this, Monique is basically saying she deserves to be paid more, which, hey, I get. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Get what you feel like you're worth. But in the process, she says she's the most decorated artist that's currently out.
One of
worry
our
about
cameras is ringing.
Yeah, it's all good. She said she's
Hey,
one of
don't
the
call
most.
us on Messenger when we filming. That shit's rude. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do y'all agree with this? She said currently, we was talking about this before we started shooting. If she's saying she's one of the most, the most, and she didn't say gender specific, so she didn't say specific to just females. She says she's the most decorated artist out currently. Is that
Comedian?
true? Comedian, yes.
Okay, so name another comedian that has won an Oscar.
Jamie Foxx. And don't say besides Jamie Foxx because that was my whole point. Jamie Foxx, the fact that Jamie Foxx
I didn't think there was gonna be
is
anybody
alive
else.
and
I
well
forgot
and doing
about
what he's done,
Jamie.
it currently completely blows the whole Monique theory out the
Damn
way.
it, they both
That's
had a
all.
television show.
And he was on Living Color, B.
She was on Queens of Comedy.
Now I think we're just thinking about black.
Has Jamie Foxx ever had a stand up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
multiple.
Several.
Yeah, and they've done what?
Now, are we talking about black comedians or are we talking about comedians in general? Because I think it may be
When
more
you open it
comedians.
up, then it's get
Yeah,
worse.
it's a lot. It's a lot of comedians.
Stop.
Yeah, it's
Give
not.
Monique her money, man.
Yeah,
Let's-
give her money.
Run,
yeah, let's-
Monique,
give her
her
money.
Give her
money.
whole money.
On a side note, Wanda Sykes says that she was offered less than half of what Monique was offered.
She said she took her shit to Epic.
Did they pay her more money?
Yep.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad about.
Big shots to
Wanda
Wanda Sykes, yo. Big shots to Wanda
So the
Sykes.
moral of that story is, if you feel like you're not getting paid your worth, quit and take your ass somewhere else.
There you go.
Or do it yourself.
Do it. Yeah, why don't she
Yeah,
do it
do it
herself?
yourself.
Well, maybe she don't have the money.
Yeah, do it yourself.
In other
I feel
news,
Monique.
ooh, is this really happening? Is this really a thing?
Yeah, it bugged me out when I saw it myself. It bugged me out when I saw it my damn self.
I can't even talk.
Jigga Man, Hove, Jay-Z versus 4-5.
444
president.
versus 45.
Yep, 444 versus 4-5.
Make America great again.
The POS,
Not
the piece
real.
of shit.
I don't believe that.
So Jay-Z and President
They got
4-5
Twitter
got into a Twitter beef. So Jay-Z was on an interview just recently on CNN's Van Jones show.
Says every African country is a shithole country. I mean, how does that land with you as a dad?
Yeah, it's disappointing and it's hurtful. It really is hurtful, more so. Like everyone feels anger. But after the anger, it's really hurtful because like you're like looking down on a whole population of people, and you're so misinformed because these places have beautiful people and have beautiful everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like this is the leader of the free world speaking like this. But on the other side, this has been going on.
Yeah.
This is how people talk. This is how they talk behind closed doors. There was a moment where Donald Sterling had been exposed as this racist on a private phone conversation that he was having, and they took his team from him. And it's like, okay, that's one way to do it. But another way would have been let him have his team, and then let's talk about it together, and let's
Have a real
maybe some
discussion.
penalties. But because once you do that,
So the orange piece of shit, right? then gets on Twitter and states, somebody please inform Jay-Z that because of my policies, black unemployment has just been reported to be at lowest rate ever recorded. And this is not fake news.
You got to do your lips.
Okay. Donald Trump also has never addressed Eminem, who slaughtered him in a
At the
freestyle
BET
on the
Hip-Hop
BET
Cypher.
Hip Hop Award Cypher. Now, a couple things. First of all, we are very well aware that Donald Trump hates CNN,
Hates them,
hates them with a passion, like
but sits home and watches them.
I hate liver, like I hate chicken liver and shit like that. How do y'all feel about Jay and Trump? You know, going at it. Well, not necessarily Jay going at Trump, but Trump responding back to Jay. I know it's not a surprise.
Can't be surprised by this guy.
I'm not surprised by anything that he does, but I think that he has other things that he can be doing with his time than responding to Jay-Z.
Bones, you said it the other day, yo. You was like, our current president has has his phone, and
He can talk
rather
to
than
whoever he
talk to
wants.
whoever he
Just like
wants,
the Bulls
whenever
do.
he wants, rather than press conferences and addresses and things of that nature, he has Twitter,
Yep.
and he is a coward.
And as crazy as he gonna sound
He's a
to
bitch
half
ass.
the population or whomever, it's another whole segment of the population who's like, "Yup, that's right."
Yep.
They don't even know how to work most of the apps on their phone, but they got Twitter and they're a follower of his, and they live in backwoods, southern, wherever, and they like, "Yup, look, he right. He's speaking right to me."
Yo, Jay made a super valid point in regards to like the Donald Sterling piece when he said that.
They basically brushed over it.
Yeah, they kind of they made him remove himself from the team rather than have him keep the team and rehabilitate the situation. And one of the things that Jay stated that once that happened, all of those other people that felt the same way that he did, all they did was just fall
Ran
back.
in the hole.
And still, it's still racist as shit. So I don't think it really, it's good that it got out there, but rather than rehabilitating the situation, we just basically forgot about it.
And that's basically the idea with a lot of the problems that you see getting exposed right now in America. That's what Dave Chappelle was essentially saying on his special, about all these women coming forward with the Me Too movement. And he's like, that's cool that y'all getting these individuals, and what's happening is they just outing them. Okay, it's him, get out of here. It's like a witch hunt. But there's like, people ain't looking at the fact that it's the system. These people is a part of the bigger system. D.L. Hughley said it. He was like, hell, how far did you go back when you talking about all this sexual harassment and Me Too? Because it was people who owned slaves and was raping them slaves.
Raping.
But for these, statues of some of these same people, So how far back are you really going to represent these things? Or are you really trying to actually destroy the system, or just get a couple of scapegoat people where the system, we ain't got to look at the system, It's just, we'll sacrifice a couple of lambs in regards to keep the system, moving. And, 45 is a part of that whole thing. He's a part of
He's
that whole
grabbing
thing.
pussies.
Your man and that phone.
He rapes and he saves, but he saves more than he rapes.
Oh God, that is crazy.
Jay-Z's up for a Grammy. Ain't it Grammy night?
Yeah.
It's Grammy night. Woo! 60th.
60th Grammys.
60th
So by the
Grammy.
time this airs, the Grammys would have already been gone. People have gotten their awards or whatever. So up for a record of the year.
It's a big night of hip hop at the Grammys, which is
Big
Yo,
night.
It's almost like a more fancy BET Hip Hop Awards tonight. You know what I'm saying? With the people that are up. Record of the year, what we got? Redbone, Childish Gambino, The Story of OJ, Jay-Z,
Humble.
Kendrick Lamar, 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
Who you think gonna win?
And then don't forget about the Daddy Yankee, Luis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee featuring Justin Bieber.
Is that a thing?
That's
Despacito.
Yeah.
I never heard it.
Is up for record of the year.
Who you think's gonna win?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's gonna go to Bruno Mars.
Very likely. It could go either way.
Put my vote down for Bruno Mars. Pay the profit.
Or as some of us know him as Brunars.
I
That's an inside.
I really like all of the songs. I'm not familiar with the Daddy Yankee joint, but I really loved all of these records, and they were huge records this past
I'm
year.
pulling for OJ, but I think it's gonna go to Bruno.
Okay, who you got? Who you got winning that, Boons?
I'm gonna just go ahead and say Redbone.
Okay,
I didn't even know that made it to this year's Grammys, but I'm gonna say Redbone just because I rocks with Childish Gambino.
okay. So album of the year, "Awaken My Love," Childish Gambino,
444.
Jay-Z,
Damn.
Kendrick Lamar, Melodrama, Lord, 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
Think it's gonna go to Bruno Mars. Think he's gonna take it home.
I'm noticing a trend here with you, Kimberly.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
So
noticing.
to continue that trend, I'm gonna say "Awaken My Love," Childish Gambino.
I'm gonna say 444, Jay-Z, Jigger Man.
I hope Jay-Z wins. He
All right.
deserves it.
All right, I want him to win the album of the year, but then the best album of the year, we're gonna take it to North Carolina.
Rhapsody.
Best rap album nominees: 444, Jay-Z, damn, Kendrick Lamar, Culture, Migos. Now hold on, before we go any further about the Culture, Migos, right?
Blouses.
So and hold on, Layla's Wisdom is nominated, and Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator. All right, so the Migos made Offset from the Migos made a statement, and it said, I believe he said that that the Migos are the best group ever, hip hop and pop. So I was sitting there thinking, I said, it got to be, when I said that, I said it got to
Better than
be
Outkast?
at least, it got to be 15 to 20 groups better than Migos, hip hop or pop. Can y'all name some?
Tribe Called Quest.
De La Soul.
Outkast, Wu-Tang Clan,
Oh.
Ilpo,
Oh, Ilbo.
UGK,
So you need to keep going even, because there's
Lil Brother,
the
The Roots.
As I was
Salt and
having a
pepper.
conversation with my man. I don't think he meant that.
I
don't think he meant that just as easy as we could have that conversation. Now, that's not to say that.
Helter Skelter,
I think he meant that.
Still going, son. Boot Camp Click, the whole clique entirely.
OGC is better than Migos. Real talk.
Diamond digging in the crates crew.
Yeah, digging in the
That's
crates.
debatable now. Wait a minute.
They were better than the
Ooh,
Migos.
that's debatable.
Digging in the crates. Showbiz, AG,
I know that.
Fat Joe, Big L, Diamond D,
Yeah.
Lord Finesse.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
The Clips.
My bad, D.
The Clips are better than.
One of the clips is probably better than all of them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was
The Fugees.
All right.
Thank you.
Now we just bullying. Let's stop the bullying campaign. So let's say this. This is my theory. If I was getting ready to
maybe
drop
you
an
meant
album,
2017.
if I was getting ready to drop
Ever.
an album, and I was doing an interview on one of the biggest, I don't even know what platform he said this on. I know
Ren and 10 from that movie.
That girl is mine.
Yo, Ren and 10? Bro, what was my movie?
Brown Sugar. Ren and 10.
The Dalmatians?
We're gonna have the audio traffical battle.
Dalmatians.
Audio
versus
traffical
the
battle
Migos.
night.
I want to see
Ren
it.
10 versus
I
Migos.
want to see it.
Ren and 10.
Migos yo.
Reflection Eternal.
All right, man.
The
All right, now
whole
we
is
bullying.
mine.
So look, back to what you were saying. Look, Culture by the Migos, Rhapsody, Latest Wisdom. So who will win out of this? I'm going with the state.
I'm going
And
with
I don't
Jay-Z.
care. I don't care how big the odds is. I was telling Wifey the other day. I feel like It's a special time. The 8th is a special year. I'm gonna say Rhapsody gonna win. Even if she don't, she already won.
I think
Yeah,
it's
she
going to
absolutely.
Jay-Z.
Absolutely.
She's already a winner.
Absolutely.
I applaud her. She worked hard.
Absolutely.
But I think this is Jay-Z time.
Ironically, the Grammys is all hip hopped out now. We was just talking about hip
That's
hop being
dope.
the biggest
That's
genre.
dope. Yo, big shots to all the people that support the culture, yo. Big shots to everybody.
Fun Grammy facts for you. In the 60 years of the Grammys, only 2 hip-hop albums have ever won Album of the Year. Can you guess them?
Miseducation.
Boom.
Shout out to Lauryn Hill, L Boogie.
That was 1999.
And probably an extension of the last episode where we talked about at the end.
Who was it?
Outkast.
What album?
Speaker Box.
The Love Below.
And one of my, which
2004.
is one of my least favorite Outkast albums. Just want to say.
That's about accurate.
One of my least favorites. Yes, one of my least, I said one of my least favorites. Yes,
By them.
by them.
Not overall, but just specifically by them. Wow. Yeah, that's accurate.
That's like number 4.
Yeah, correct.
So, guess this one.
We did this.
The first award for Best Rap Performance was presented to who?
The Sugar Hill Gang.
Really? I don't know. Do tell.
Incorrect.
Oh.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince for Parents Just Don't Understand.
Big shots to
in
Philly.
Shout out to Philly.
1989, and they actually boycotted
That same year?
that same year because they were not presenting an award on television.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Dope,
that.
We
dope,
still boycotting.
dope.
J Boy
We still boycotting every damn
Ironically,
thing.
wasn't it what? How many years ago did J Boy
Except NFL.
And Netflix.
Some of us got reasons. Some of us got reasons.
So we got some winners already.
There were some runners already. And no rap contender has ever won Song or Record of the Year. So
Interesting.
If any
I
of
think
them
it might
win this
change.
year-
I think it may change tonight. Yo, big shots to hip
tide is
hop.
turning.
Big shots to hip hop.
We just need the right hip hop.
Yep.
Yes, there was some winners already. Billboard was listing. They
Brun-
had a live.
Bruno
Stream.
Mars, winner of Best R&B Performance for That's What I Like.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
Made me do the little young kid.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
All right.
Your boy won. Childish Gambino
See?
for Best Traditional R&B Performance.
For Redbone.
People still sing R&B.
Well, that song is very R&B.
Definitely.
You would hear that more on the urban contemporary stations rather than you hear it on the hip hop
Yes,
stations.
sir.
People don't want to be R&B singers anymore, though, do they?
Well,
Back in the 80s and 90s, every dude wanted to sing.
Yeah,
and
not
every
traditional
woman.
R&B no more.
what-
Now it's the hybrid. It's the hybrid. hip
it's
hop.
all entertainment.
It's
All entertainment.
Kendrick Lamar won the best.
Yeah, he won Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song.
He just won the best rap album.
Oh, yeah.
Big shots to Kendrick Lamar for Damn.
Ow.
Winning Best Rap Album. Once again, we already, our vote was with rap, but she's definitely a fucking
Y'all
winner.
vote
Is she an
with rap.
extension of
Mine
that?
was with Jay-Z.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely still a winner. Like a mug.
She tied to all of them.
Yeah,
True.
JTD.
Yep.
So, I'm sure they're going to all celebrate tonight.
Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song, Kendrick Lamar for Humble. A Best R&B Album, Bruno Mars for 24K Magic. And we did already say the R&B song winner, That's What I Like, Bruno Mars. So if
What I want to know, well, I guess they're going to know who the Grammy winners is at this point. I want to know what y'all think about the people who actually won the Grammys.
Yes,
and who
comment.
maybe y'all felt should have actually won in categories that maybe they did not win. So leave those comments, in the comment section.
absolutely.
Who should have been nominated?
Who should have
and
been
were
nominated?
not.
It wasn't.
Mm-hmm, correct.
I had an interesting thing that I was seeing before just real quick. Let me name out some names for hip hop acts or artists that have never won a Grammy. Nas, Snoop Dogg,
Okay. I got a science on this too, by the way.
Busta Rhymes, Tupac Shakur, Nicki Minaj,
Right.
Biggie,
Right.
DMX,
Incredible.
J. Cole,
Incredible.
Ice Cube,
But not surprising.
A Tribe Called Quest.
My boy was crying on Instagram a while ago about not being nominated.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
he crying, Tribe?
Not literally boohooing, but it was
He
it
wasn't
was
pulling a
it was like a Keith Sweat type
Yeah.
cry. Like Keith Sweat. Tribe
He was
Called
salty
Quest.
about it.
It was like how Keith Sweat cried. He just really talking.
Yeah, he really talking, but he
Right,
cried.
He cried as well.
The Game, Vinny Vetti Vici, Ja Rule, and Underground Kings, UGK.
Right.
These are
Wow.
some artists that have never
Some of
won.
the most legendary names too.
That's
that you
correct.
said in there. Now
That's
here go
correct.
there go the science behind that, and it ties into what the last episode was. That we talked about hip hop being the #1 genre right now. Had hip hop been as big and commercialized and mainstream with that machine behind it, then and during those times, because that was kind of the building up too, as it is right now, I think you would have seen a lot of those artists that you named.
With a Grammy.
Hands down would have won Grammys for something.
Well, they
There's no way
ignored-
though. Some of
So
the years,
so name something like
DMX first 2 albums could have been Grammy nominated.
okay, that's what I'm talking about. Name some albums from those
And they
people
came out the same
that
year.
could have won a Grammy.
All of Nas. He
No.
should have won a Grammy for something.
Nas could have won a Grammy for It Was Written.
It was written.
He should have won.
It was written. Illmatic.
Nas beat selection was ass.
Rick Ross should have been nominated
Oh,
Rick Ross should have been nominated. Why?
because he's the greatest.
Oh.
Shut up.
Now Rick, now I'm gonna tell you.
always
Now
say-
I'm not gonna front. Rick Ross, Rather You Than Me, is maybe one of the best rap albums to me this past year.
yeah, hands down.
Hands down. I can't knock that.
You said this past year?
Yes.
Yeah. That competition is not stiff.
I'm not saying that the competition was watered down. I'm saying that album was that shit.
Hip hop is the heart of how kind of America right now. It'd be so funny, man. I'll be watching these shows, and you can see some of these Caucasian white males, since they 35, 40, 45 years old, and they hosting the show, but then they'll start talking about the music that they listened to growing up, and it's all the stuff we listen to. Because it was
Correct.
during those times where it was just trying to transition, to where it was a more massive audience. So
The
again,
machine thought it was a fad.
Right. Again,
It's
if
gonna
hip
go
hop
somewhere.
was as big as it and accepted as it was, but it had to get here. It couldn't just be here. You know what I'm saying? So now I think we're gonna see a trend where this might be more consistent. But we don't need y'all validation at this point. Y'all can recognize.
Well, see, you're gonna
what
see the
y'all
color
do.
of hip hop start changing.
Oh, that's already.
That's been. I've seen that in my shows for the past couple of years.
Yeah,
so,
well, there you go.
you know what I'm
So,
saying? I'm gonna tell you
They
one
got to go ahead and establish that now.
of the things that I am excited about. I am excited about the Black Thought Knife Wonder album.
Is that happening?
Yes, that is happening. I am excited about the EP, and the fact that Thought just may have dropped the verse of the year last year on Hot 97 or whatever,
timing, too, for
and what Knife got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited.
Shout out tonight.
Yes, it's still the state. It's still a big shout out to the state. So Kimmy
NC
B,
hip-hop all day.
what you got? What you got for
Y'all
us?
ready for segment one?
Segment one.
Back by popular demand.
Back by popular demand.
Was such a huge success
Oh
from
my
our last
God!
episode.
Let me go and take me a drink.
Y'all ready? You ready? Do you need your shot?
Nah, I'm.
Do
there's
y'all
a little
remember the
bit left in
rules of the
cup.
game? You remember how to play?
Explain those again, madam.
Okay, so basically what happened is I'm going to throw out a topic, a word, a sentence, and you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind regarding said topic.
It's supposed
still-
to be one word, but
it's
there
still
was
one
one
word.
snafus.
W2 is one word.
I said 2003, and that
That's
I was
one
like-
word though. That's
Yeah,
what it's,
okay.
it's like.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like one thought.
it's
really.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
One
it's got to
thought.
be under 10 syllables.
it's like potato chips.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
It's really one thing. You know what I mean?
Word.
So, potato chips. Potato chips.
We ready?
I just like how that
Yeah.
sounds. I want to say that.
Potato chips.
Number one. OC from NC.
Watts.
Beast.
Dave Chappelle.
Genius.
Cha-ching.
Is that one word? That's two words.
No,
ain't
but
it?
it's like
A
potato
one
chips.
thought.
like
One
potato
thought.
chip. I like
Okay,
potato chip.
all right.
That's like potato chips.
Beats and Bars Festival.
Dope.
Do, 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 do. We need a little timer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Great.
Great. Okay. Woo.
Damn. Took you a long time. Took you a long time. Pull that out the damn satchel.
Yeah, there was a lot of thought process
Yeah.
going on there.
The Chronic album.
Classic.
Smoking.
Malcolm X.
Damn.
Revolution.
Powerful.
Black Mirror.
Boons.
You don't watch it?
Boons explained the episode when the dude had to fuck a pig or some shit.
He did. He had to fuck a pig.
I cared not to watch after that. Go ahead. What you say about Black Mirror, yo?
Let me.
One word.
See, because of what he said, it affects what I say. I want to say alley, as in up my, but pause as well, because
Pause.
right. But that's my shit. That was too many words, so that's alley.
So fucking a pig would be up your alley?
You should have said bestiality.
Super pause.
Damn.
Okay.
Yo, man.
Big Baller Brand.
Needed.
Love that word.
Like.
This ain't Facebook, nigga.
Like.
That's what my thing is. Smiley face emoji.
Like.
Taylor Swift. Ooh, we got strong words
heard
coming
it?
from the
Out
audience.
there.
We got bitch from the audience. The fuck?
Boots.
Boots.
Yeah, like cowboy boots, pickup trucks. I don't know. Like, there's too many words. Boots.
Nacetal.
No acetal. No acetal.
Oh, God. Neck bones and rice.
This is what you was talking about. Mama. Mama.
And before mama, big. Big mama.
The Materials.
Crack.
Unique.
Yay, that is it. Woo! Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit subscribe. Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah,
Pusher of
Audio.
Pusher of audio.
That's once again that is.
Pusher of Audio.
There we go.
I got one thing. You know, I normally end with a joke, but this joke is courtesy of my son, Jaden Brown. Big shouts to Jay at the crib.
Yay,
There we go.
And he was like, "Dad,
Buckle
say
up,
this
ladies and
joke.
gentlemen.
Say this joke." Hey, Dad, what did the cow say to the glass of milk?
Moo.
I am your father. Thank y'all for fucking with us. Audio Trafficker. We see y'all next episode.
I am
Subscribe to
Kimmy
the
B,
channel.
and I am an audio trafficker.
I am Jay Bond, and I am an audio trafficker.
We love bringing back country wine. This is the audio trafficker mixtape, volume 1, volume 1,
Yeah.
volume 1.
Yeah, these rap lines paralyze somebody from the neck down. Go listen to the reverb. My life's an open book, but only certain people see words. I'm certain we will be heard. Some say that I'm maniacal. We're trying to level up, but what you trying to do? I'm guessing you got time to lose when I ain't got it. Sincerely doubt it, so I'm trying
to the dopest cruise to exist, and I'm hoping you can resist temptation, be hella constant. I'm just audio trafficking, trying to weed through this content, trying to see out these blinders. So many look the same to me. A lot of players, but this shit is not a game to me. See this that unruly rap attack. Matter of fact, I'm trying to relocate, change my habitat. I am Monday Booms, and I am an audio trafficker. Yeah.
Audio trafficker, rule number 1. It is create. Once again, it is create.
Now this remind me when rapping was sort of sported. Supporters couldn't ignore it. Many wasn't built for it. Lyrics was the importance and bullies were taking porridge. G's move with caution and rappers weren't making fortunes. Poor smoking endorsements, I'm more like a standout. Fuck a standing in. Underground, over your head, just like a chandelier. Oxymoron. Local craft beers got a particular taste. Navigate through these times with such meticulous grace. No worries about keeping pace when you're still on the move. 45 still in office, hope you're gathering food. My mood swings goes from dollars to yards, yards to G's, G's to my 401k, hope I dodge the fees. I spit life through this track so we all can breathe. Trying to stay adjacent to God, I heard the side beneath. My G, we got drugs on the track, your shit hard.